Welcome to episode number 4 of It's Austin Dunlop's NHL 21, a Suspension franchise series. And today, I'm going to be playing the Golden Knights invaded on the trade deadline. And I know if you watched the last episode, and if you haven't seen any of the episodes, because there's a playlist for this series, that playlist will be down in the sky in the top right hand corner right up here. There should be an icon that pops up at the beginning of the video. Unfortunately, it's not like I lost the footage or anything. It's because I completely just skipped the game. I got simmed. And it's totally my fault. I'm taking full responsibility for it. It's not the game's fault, because I simmed it. It's because I thought, because the next episode of my Dallas Stars franchise series is against the Golden Knights invaders the first day after the trade deadline, because the Stars do not play on the trade deadline. I thought that was the next episode of this series as well, and then when I went to check that, I was already at the stadium. When I went to check, I was just confirming, it's this game, and it wasn't. It was the Stars game, but it's too late. And there's backups where it did save, like when the after I played the last episode, or the game in the last episode, which is this game against the Devils at home, the first day in 2021, we beat them 8-1. Well, I'm not knowing about that far, because then everything else here would change. I know we were doing really good, or really well. So really, it's totally my fault. But made it up to you guys for completely not checking, confirming what the next episode was, before I even played this series. But I played it yesterday, and I got all the way to beta. So I played a long way from the last episode to this one, which should have been this game. Yes, it should have been an episode. It's going to be an episode, this episode, but it was supposed to be the next episode, not this episode. It's supposed to be episode 5, not episode 4. But to make it up to you guys, we were winning a lot of games. A lot of close games. The last game we won 5-4 over the Sabres in overtime. That was an insane game. They tied it on a power play, on the late penalty, so it was a 5-on-4. I was playing 5-on-4 power play. I charged at a guy after Jari played the puck in the forbidden zone outside the trapezoid and behind the in-line or the goal line. So that was a delayed game penalty. Then I charged at a guy, and it was a delayed penalty. They scored, and apparently still got the power play, which is completely a bud. Because in real life, if there's a delayed penalty and you score, it's a goal, but no penalty. And then they got a power play and rolled into overtime. Then there was a tripping penalty that 5-on-3 in overtime. I killed that off, and eventually, at one point it was 5-on-5, because then it came back where both guys came back. There were no whistles, and then it's still 5-on-5, and then it went back to 3-on-3 after the first whistle. And then after that, like a minute later, I scored, and we won with about, I think, a minute and a half left in overtime. So we're about to play the Golden Knights here on the trade deadline, which is Sunday, February 28th, 2021, against the Golden Knights in Vegas. The next episode, if I did it in the right order, would be the last game of the regular season, and it's the Penguins at home, and it is also a promotion, and it also is a promotion night because it's the last game of the regular season. But because I skipped the last episode, and I still want to do 6 episodes for the in the regular season, 6 games, 6 episodes in the regular season, like I'm doing in my Dallas Stars franchise. Next episode will be this game, which is 2 weeks before the last game of the regular season, against the Blue Jackets at home. And the next episode after that will be the last game of the regular season against the Penguins at home. So I know there's only 2 weeks between. I know there's going to be between episode 5 and 6. There's only going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games off camera. But I still want to do 6 episodes, which would be 6 games in the regular season. So it's even with the Dallas Stars franchise. And then obviously the playoffs, which we're probably going to make it. And let's look at the stands really quickly before we hop in, because I don't want to waste too much time here because it's already 4.5 minutes in, or 4 minutes and 20 seconds. But let's look at the standings really quickly. Ryan Strome leads the Dunlop's in points, 79. We're first place in the Central Division with 90 points. We're 42, 14, and 6. And 38 out of those 42 wins have been in regulation or overtime, so we have 4 shootout wins. And then the Avalanche, who have 82 points, are 10th place, 8 points behind us. Then it's the Blackhawks at 74. Then the Wild, who are in the wild card spot, 71. Then everyone else, Jets at 66, Stars at 63, Blues at 62, and the Predators at 62. And let's just do an entire lead. We have the best record, 8 points up on the Sabres, who we just beat in overtime in the last game, and the Avalanche, and then 9 points up on the Penguins, the Flyers, and then 13 points up on the Ducks. I'm not gonna keep going, but played 62 games so far, 90 points, 42 wins, 14 losses, 6 overtime losses. And out of those 42 wins, like I said, 38 of them have been in overtime, or in regulation or overtime. And so, yeah, 38 of those 42 wins have been in regulation or overtime, so that means we have 4 shootout wins. Remember, the difficulty here in this series and my franchise series is semi-pro. So, and by the way, I know NHL 22 comes out soon, but usually I ask that for Christmas, and then for the new NBA game, and then for the new Madden game and the new MLB Show game, I usually do that on the day it comes out. Like, I'm going to do that for Madden. Well, I'm going to pre-order it before I leave for Montana this upcoming Saturday, July 31st. So I'm really excited about that. And I know MLB Show 21, I didn't do it the day it came out because it came out like 3 weeks before my birthday, so I just asked it for my birthday and got it. So we're, like I said, we're 42, 14, and 6, and the Golden Knights are 30, 23, and 9. We're 6-3 and 1 in the last 10, and the Golden Knights are 7, 1, and 2 in the last 10. So I still feel bad. I really wanted to play and we won the game against the Stars, by the way. I hopped in the third period, and we ended up winning 5-4. So that would have been a day. I wish I could have filmed it. That's why I should. Now I learned my lesson. Make sure actually watch the video before I start playing. They did up to the next episode. Watch what I said in the last episode. So now I know. But that's why. Now I know. So now I know. So I don't know if I don't be able to do 2 seasons because I said we still have the playoffs. The rest of the season, 3 more episodes, including this one from the regular season, and then how long we don't and how far we get to in the playoffs. Which hopefully we win the Stanley Cup. But for the videos really quick. There's this video obviously. There's gonna be at least one more before I leave for Montana, which like I said, I leave for Montana this upcoming Saturday, July 31st. There's definitely gonna be one more video after this one before I leave for Montana. There might be 2, but there's definitely gonna be 1. Now let's get into the game against the Golden Knights in Vegas. Yeah, I want the AHL affiliate game simmed. So yeah, that's our captain Taylor Hall, who's second on the points, and that's an A for the Golden Knights. That might be Riley Smith, I'm not exactly sure. But we only have a away uniform, or a home uniform, away uniform, and an alternate uniform. And usually so the away is white, the home is red, and the alternate is blue. So I usually only have the Dundons always wear the road uniforms on the road. And then when they're at home, they wear the home uniforms or the alternate uniforms. Usually, I usually only have the Dundons wear the alternate uniforms when they're at home. So away uniforms for the Golden Knights, away uniforms for the Dundons, and home uniforms for the Golden Knights. Both teams' team name starts with a G. So style traditional, length 4 minutes, still semi-pro, on ice trainer, beginner. In this series and in my franchise series, the difficulty, or the still, is a semi-pro, and it might be a pro series, it's rookie. So yeah, let's get into the game against the Golden Knights in Vegas. I made no trades, by the way. I feel like the team's fine as it is, by the way. I had an opportunity, but I didn't really want to define. Team's fine. Let's watch the presentation. James Cebulski. Tristan Jarry, 35, 9 and 2, 2.74 goals against average, 905 save percentage, and 2 shutouts. And there's Fleury, who was on the trade block, I think. He was on the trade block. So it's just Tristan Jarry versus Marc-Andre Fleury. And Strome wins the draw. We're on your way from Vegas, and Carlson has a breakaway, and he scores. 23 seconds in, William Carlson. The Golden Knights are my second favorite team, and their goal line is my second favorite goal line. Carlson, 15th goal this season, 23 seconds into the hockey game. Off a turnover, And he keeps moving back and forth, and those short side, no, those long side, which is stick side on Jari, unassisted. Okay, won the face off this side, turn it over. Here we go! Stopped by Fleury. And by the way, that's a video on the channel. Most likely, on Strom, 15 goals, 64 assists, 79 points, leads the team in points. Next video on the channel most likely will be the next episode of my Dallas Stars NHL 21 franchise series, by the way. Here we go. We've won our last 5 games. Here's Smith. Here we go! Oh, I killed him! Killed him. Here's Strom. Strom killed him. Here's Barry. Barry! It didn't really work. Then poached at the way by Fleury. There's Stone, the captain, or I think he's a captain for Vegas. Here we go. Here's Strom. He got killed. Up ahead though, the surge attack across, and Hull scores, and the game's tied. 16:31 to go in the first period. 37 goals this season, 3:29 into the first period, and we're tied at 1 here in Vegas. First line is Marchessault, Stone, and Carlson. Or, the first line is Marchessault, Carlson, and Stone. Here we go! Center pass score! Just like that, we scored 2 goals in about 30 seconds. 2-1, Dundons. Michael Granlund, 21st goal this season. 2 goals in 30 seconds. Our second line is Parisi, Granlund, Freet or something, or Front. Pacioretty, Stastny, and Tucker are the second line. Assisted by Sergachev and Barry. Here's Theodore. And Smith stopped by Jari. And I was going to try to pass it out, but he didn't in time. 15-9 they go in the first period. 2-1 Austin. It's Parisi, Granlund, and FRK Freet or Front. I don't know. Like I said, we're 6-3-1 in our last 10. It just said it right there. Stop by the goalie. Here we go. Get around. Number 3. Wide open. Center and pass score. 3-1. That might be Freak or Frot or whatever the heck his name is. It is. 21st goal of the season. 5:38 into the hockey game. And we have 4 goals in the first 6 minutes of the hockey game. 3-1 Dundons. 14-22 they do in the first period. Assisted by Zach Parisi and Adam Larson. Here's Parisi, the Wild, and that's stopped by Fleury. It's a whistle. 13:44 to go in the first period. 3-1 Dundons here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. And on the face-off, Larson shot is blocked by Valentine. Here's Tuck. Now he's kind of corner. Got it out though, now it stopped. And I passed it out. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to pass it instead. I shot it. And great save by Jari. Here's Vatanen. Oh, big hit, but Parisi gets it. Another center pass, another score! And it's 4-1. 4 unanswered. And that is, I'm not sure who that is, but we lead by 3 now. Granlund and second goal tonight, 22nd of the year, 8-17 in the hockey game. 5 goals in the first 8 minutes of the hockey game, or first 8.5 minutes of the hockey game. Assisted by Parisi and Freak, or whatever the heck his name is. Here we go. Here's Marchessault. And he putt stolen by Parisi. Here we go, and that too, no, it's not a nice one. Fleury's gonna play it, and I kind of bumped him. There's Carlson, now Marchessault. And it's now bottled up. I didn't mean to do that. It might be an ice in. No, Fleury's gonna play. It wasn't gonna be ice anyways. 9:20 they do in the first period. 4-1 Austin, big hit. And now passed up to 13, Rafa or whatever. Here we go. A breakaway scores. It's 5-1. And truthfully, it still is on semi-pro. Truthfully, it's never been the rookie even off camera. It was assisted by Bozak. And now there's Stone. It's 5-1 now. 5 unanswered. And that pass is broken up by Sergachev. And that's poked away. Here we go. Here's Kovalchuk. Across! And it's one of the saves. Might be the first save for Fleury in the game. Hold! No. That's like Fleury's like 3rd save, I think, or something like that. Granlund, 1 goal from the hat trick, and we're not even out of the we're We're one goal away from the answer to Brandlin, and we're not even. No, we're still in the first period. There he's gonna drop it, but it was too early. Here's Theodore up to Glass, which I didn't realize he just got traded like in the last week. Here we go! This could be a breakaway! Here's Kovalchuk! Got around the edge! He scores! It's 6-1! With 5:52 to go in the first period. 37 goals this season, 14-0 in the first period. Fleury's still in there for now. I'm not sure their backup is. You would think it would be Robin Leonard, but you never know. Assisted by Taylor Hall and Sammy Vatanen. And that's intercepted by Riley Smith. Here we go. What a move! And I almost brought that into my own net. But Jarman stayed, passes to Vatanen, and here we go. Here's John Towsty. Now he's on a break. A 2-on-1 as well. He scores! Kovalchuk! 7-1. Late in the first. And there goes Fleury. He hasn't made it through the first period, and the backup is, I believe that's Robin Leonard, because I recognize the pads and the helmet. So as we made it through the first period, 7-1 Austin, assisted by Jankowski and Vatanen. Here we go, what a pass! But it's stopped, popped up in the air and stopped by the goalie, Jari. Here we go, here's for Elite, I believe, and that's a errant pass. Here's Henry. Picked up by Theodore, under 3 minutes to play. 7 answer for Austin, up 7-1. 2:30 to go in the period. Here we go. Here we go! And it's a blot, I believe, or something. Now it's up against the boards. Kicked out of there. Here we go. Henry just got sandwiched between two Golden Knights players. Here's Marlowe, and he just got a hip to hip hit. Probably not beat the ice in. Here we go. 25 seconds to play, and the Tut intercepted it. Now there's 6 seconds. Here we go. They're looking for a buzzer beater. I don't think it's going to happen. In the corner to the slot, but it's blocked, and that is the period. 7-1 Dunnos after 1 period play here in Vegas. So the Golden struck first 23 seconds in, but then it was all Dunnos after that. 7 goals and 11 shots, and for the Golden 1 goal on 6 shots. Kovalchuk 2 goals, 1 assist. Carlson has a goal on that 1 shot. First shot of the game for the Golden, or their team, but he's a -2. So he got a +1 for Beyond for his goal. You did that for your own goal? I'm not exactly sure, but Kovalchuk has 2 goals. Freak or Fruck or whatever his name is has a goal. Parisi has 2 assists. Hall has a goal and an assist. Brandlin has 2 goals. Vatanen has 2 assists. Sergio has 2 assists. Does everyone have a point at this point? Well, there's some people that don't have a point. People that don't have point. Oh, there's some people like. Well, there's some people that like this guy Toto or whatever might be botching. He only played for 31 seconds. Armia has only played for 3 minutes, almost 3 minutes. Strom actually, I mean, he's a +2 along with Armia, who's a +1, and he's played for 7 minutes. I'm just rounding here. Henry has played for just over 4 minutes. He's +1, and then Carlo, who's I think a defenseman on our third line, only played for 27. So it looks like I think our third defensive line has only played for a total of what? Then 31 seconds for the one guy and 26 seconds for the other guy. And then for Elite, plays for 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes. He has 0 points and 0 ± and 0 everything. But if you want proof, the difficulty is on semi-pro. Game settings. I don't know if you can see that, but it's on semi-pro. I don't think you can. You might be able to see it. It's alright at the glare, but it's on semi-pro. It's on semi-pro. Although it's 7-1, it's just maybe I should up at the pro, but I don't know. Center period, 7-1 Dundons. I'm leaving on semi-pro for now. Here we go. Surprising Strong hasn't had a point yet. And here we go, and that is a goal. Snuck through, I believe that's Leonard. 8-1. I told him. No, it's Kovac. Well, it's Kovac. I didn't say it wasn't. So it was a hat trick, and also remember Granlund's only one away from the hat trick as well. Yeah, that is Leonard. Well, I thought it was, like I said earlier, because of his pads and his helmet. This is by Hall and Sergachev. I'm completely botching his name. If you're a Lightning fan, or if you're sorry. Oh, big hit. But I don't know who that was. Here's Strome on a break, and it's stopped by Leonard. And this one stopped by Leonard again. 17:25 on the center period. 8-1 Dundons. Here's Hall, top 10 points. Jack Eichel leads the lead, but Strome's fourth and Hall's fifth. I'll say that. But Strome's first on the Dundons and Hall's second on the Dundons. And they're fourth and fifth in the NHL. Jack Eichel, isn't he a rookie? Or a second-year player that leads the lead in points? That was a really... You know, I was changing the lines here, and that's stopped by Leonard. Here we go, here's Theodore. Here we go, here's a breakaway now. And I just knocked them over. It's not a penalty. Here's Carlson from like 2 feet in front of Jari. I was changing the fence. I shouldn't have done that one like that. And that, will that be an icing? No, okay. Here it is. Larson up ahead. Parisi down my way. Referee! Stomped by Leonard. This one will stop with 13:37 to go in the period. Michael Granlund 1 away from the hat trick. He's on the ice right now. I said no, he's not. Well, he was. Now he's not. Face-off's non-center in favor of the Dundons. Now 9-8. Here's McNabb. Pacioretty. Trying to do like toe drags, but when you're down 8-1, maybe you shouldn't do that, especially if it's stolen. I shouldn't have done the bat pass. Here's Stastny. That did not work. And here's Granlund looking for the hat trick. And that's poked away. Here's Parisi. They're trying to plot in neutral. Here's Parisi! And it's stopped because he found a hole through the defense. And that's just missed the short side. And that did not work. Armia made the save with, or Armia with a shot, and saved by Leonard with 10:30 to go in the period. Armia's actually second period shot 7-1 in favor of the Dundons. Here, out in front, this should be a fine. I'm not no potatoes. I want to score from a bad angle. From basically with the puck parallel to the goal line or to the net. Well, I would say parallel to the goal line. It's hit in by Michael Raffle. Second goal tonight. As he hit it in. Oh, it was, yeah, the puck was parallel to the goal line. It was a tough angle. Puck was parallel to the goal line. 10:03 to go in the second period, so we're basically halfway through the hockey game. 9-1 Dolan Knights, and probably fans starting head of the edges. They might have been in the first period, and we scored 7 in the first period, only 2 so far in this period. And stopped by Jari, and actually put the puck to his stick. Good decision. There was no Vegas players around. Here we go. Another 11-man run. She scores. 10-1. Armia. 12 goals this season, 11-24 into the second period. It's now 10-1. Austin, 8:36 to go in the period. Assisted by Bozet and Raffle. Or Raffle or whatever. Here we go, and now here's Glass. And by the way, probably for the next episode, the Donuts will probably have over 100 points, and that's an errant pass. Carlo! Who's played for, at one period he only played less than a minute, and that's stopped by the goal line. Fans are still in the seats, not the dawn or anything. I don't think they have that in this game where the fans start leaving. They do know the show though, if it's a blowout. At least for if like the road team's blowing out the home team. Maybe even the home team's blowing out the road team if like you have like a baby, or not baby, but like a young son now, or a toddler maybe. Raffle is a 1 goal away from the hat trick. 6:48 to go in the center period. 10-1. Dundons. Leonard has 9 saves on like 12 shots. Here we go. That's blocked. Here's Henry for Elite now. That was, I think, blocked, or they did all of it on it, or both. Carlson's on fire. He has the only goal for the Golden Knights, and that was on a breakaway 23 seconds into the hockey game. They had a lead, but now they don't have to score 10 unanswered. Here's Theodore. 5:40 to go, and he just keeps going backwards. I was going to hit Smith, but he passed it away. 5:20 remain, and we only scored 3 in this period, so here we go. Here's Kovalchuk. Here we go! On a break, another break! But it's been stopped by Leonard. A backhander. 4:25 to go in the period, still 10-1. I mean, we only scored 3 in this period, so face-offs, they're 12-11 favor of Vegas. Now 12-12. Shot! Oh, that's a good save. So, you didn't miss anything, by the way. We're up 10-1, obviously. We're out shooting 26-8. Hits are 10-4 in favor of the Deadnaughts. Time attack, we have about 2 more minutes. Passing, they're better. Face-offs, 12 aside, like I said. And obviously, there's no penalties for either side. Or no power plays. Here we go, a turnover, but then the turnover by both teams in like 2 seconds. And what a big hit. That didn't really work. Here's Sergachev. As a bank pass. Here we go, here's Kovalchuk. Lead a 2-0, and he scores! 11-1 with 2:40 to go in the second. I'm basically a 2-0. And Strome, who leads the team in points. That's only 16 goals of the year, but obviously there's a lot of assists if he leads the team in points. 2:40 to go in the second period. It was assisted by Kovalchuk and Sergachev. Here's Botnin, and Carlson just stole it from him. Here's Carlson. Now below the goal line. The pass! Marchessault. Shot says, Jari says no to Marchessault's shot. Here we go. Here we go. That didn't work. Turnover. Greenland scored. Hat-trick. With 57.7 to go in the second period, and it's what, 12-1 now, I think? And we have what, 3 guys with hat-tricks, I think. We have 3 guys with 3 hat-tricks. I think Kovalchuk has a hat-trick, Greenland has a hat-trick, and someone else has a hat-trick. Or at least there's at least 2 guys with hat-tricks, Kovalchuk and Granlund. Here we go. And 6 seconds left. Here's Stone. What? I have no idea. I didn't know you brought a treat in here. Well, I had, what, 12-1 Deadnaughts after 40 minutes. I never saw any treat. But we're out shooting 29-9. It is 12-1. So that's nice. We only got 5 goals? 5 goals in that period. We're on your way. Here's Strome. And Strome's shot is kind of blocked. Raffle actually had it. I think he had a hat-trick too. Here we go. I didn't check that, but I'll check that eventually. Here we go. Here's Sergachev. It's Spinorama. Barbie. Here we go. This guy's dead meat when you spin like that. I completely missed him. He moved like sharply. Here we go. Here's Marchessault. Good hit. Here's Smith, and that's blocked. Here we go. Down around 27, Theodore. It's another 2-0 score. 5-hole. 13-1. It's Taylor Hall. I think he was the. Is that the end of the game? Yeah, his first one was tie the game at 1. That was bad in the first period. Now it's 13-1. 16:43 to go in the third period. Assisted by Kovalchuk and Sergachev. They've assisted like that, like forever. Here we go. Turnover. Stone shot is stopped. No penalties for either side so far, and no power plays either. Here we go. To dump it. He's gonna get there first. Parisi is stopped, and Leonard made another save. With 15-16 to go in the third. Taylor Hall now 1-0 from the hat-trick. He's our captain. Obviously, I said that, and he has a C on his jersey. And we lose the face-off. Here's Theodore. I was gonna hit him, but also I was probably on the interference and or charging. Here's Tuck. He just got demolished, but I ran right over Tuck, who was on the ice. So he stood at the puck. Now I turn it over at center ice. That is somehow not offside. Players fall down, sticks fall down, and that's gonna be an icing. Unless I beat it. No, I didn't beat it. I said 13-20 to go in the third. We have a Senate line out there for offense. Their energy is in the yellow. When we lose the face-off, here's Martinez, and that stopped. And a big hit again. And the puck's rolling towards the net. Oh, right on it. On goal, and Leonard to make the save. Now our third line's out there. Raffle, Bozak, and Armia. Face-offs, they're up 17-14. That's the only category they actually are not, and passing percentage, but goals and shots were dominating. Here's Stastny, and stopped by Jari as he came out to top the angle to pass. Here's Armia. Here we go, and that's another goal. One-timer for Raffle. Well, that's fourth of the game? Maybe. No, that's a hat trick to Raffle now. So that's our third down hat trick. We have Granlund, Kovalchuk, and Raffle, and obviously Taylor Hall's one, and Taylor Hall is one goal away. Assisted by Armia and Bozak. Bozak, I don't know what the heck that was. Here we go, another turnover. Here's Stone, which I believe is the Vegas captain. And that did not work. Touch up. Here's Carlson. It was sort of the only goal for Vegas so far. And probably hopefully be the only game. And that somehow, I think, went out. And yeah, it did go out offside. So it's the next three games. They go to Pittsburgh to play the Penguins. And then they host the Stars and the Wild. For us, I think we host the Islanders, and that's tomorrow. Tomorrow in this game, which is March 1st. So obviously, February has 28 days, and it has 29 for a leap year. But last year, 2020 was a leap year, so this year it's obviously not. And I believe the Islanders play the Islanders tomorrow in this game at home. Here we go. Here's Vaughn now on a break. And another stop, but that shot from the tight end was stopped. I tried to poach it could not. 7 minutes to go in the third. 14-1 Dundons. As scored 2 touchdowns. Touchdown times 2 for the Dundons. Here's Marchessault. Here we go. I'm trying to punch him off it. I do, and that's on goal, no icing. Here's Smith. I scored 7 in the first. 7 in the first. 5 in the second, and 2 I think in the third so far. Here's Bonton from a tough angle, or a tight angle to stop. So I think we scored 7 in the first, 7 in the first, 5 in the second, and 2 in the third. 2 in the third so far. Here's Henry. That's intercepted by Smith. 3:30 remaining. 4-1 Dundons. And here's Smith stopped. Smith scored 23 cents, or not Smith, but the goal lights. Carlson scored the only goal for the Dundons so far. 23 seconds in the hockey, and give them a 1-0 lead. But now the Dundons have scored 14 unanswered, and I believe that it said that Jar has only 12 saves. That means they only have 13 shots. That's stopped by Theodore. That's it. Because Carlson scored the first goal so far, or the first and only goal so far for the Dundons in this game. 23 seconds into the hockey, and they give them a 1-0 lead. And then the Dundons have scored 14 straight. Yeah, they only have 13 shots. We have 36. And Fleury made it to the first period. Here we go. So Fleury's doing up 7, and Leonard's doing up 7. Here's Parisi, 9 seconds to play. Can we get 15 maybe? Here we go. Somehow we get through the defense, and he scores! Horrendous defense for the Golden Knights. Just split the 2 defensemen, 15-1. And it's this guy, 7 goals tonight, 1 going for the hat trick for him and for Taylor Hall. Except for I don't know if we did get them each a goal in 1 minute and 9 seconds. Here's a big hit. Here's Pacioretty. Love save. Minute to go. Maybe we didn't. Here's Granlund. Already has a hat trick. And it's stopped by Leonard. 47.8 to go. In the draw, shot from the point, or from basically the circle, goes, I believe, lawn side, which is sit side on Leonard. And it's now 16-1. Who is that? And is Tristan Barry, 10th goal of the season, so he is on the scoreboard, or at least goal-wise. He might have had an assist earlier. I don't know. But if he didn't, he's on the score sheet, assisted by Granlund. And that's intercepted by Tuck. 40 seconds to go. It's 16-1. So now we're up by 15. So we have 2 touchdowns right now and we have 2 touchdowns and 2 2-point conversions. Here we go. Shot turned aside. Kind of juicy rebound. Barry got completely demolished. Shot was fired wide by Freak or whatever the heck his name is. Here's Barbie or whatever. Shot stopped with 21.4 to go. Taylor Hall's out here. We didn't hit the hat trick, but we lose the face-off. I don't know, stored in. Here we go. Maybe if I hit him, I do hit him! But no one's there. There's Hall. And Hall hit the post, and it's covered by Leonard. He throws it out, or passes it out. And that's going to be it for at least us scoring. And Barbie gets it, sends it down the ice. This should be unless there's an ice in. And there's an ice in with 0.9 to go. He's 1-0 from the hat trick, but unfortunately no one did it along with Taylor Hall, but there's only 0.9 to go. And they drop the puck, we lose the face-off. They drop the puck, we lose the face-off, but we win 16-1. Here against the Donuts in Vegas. There's their captain, number 19. I think that's Markstone. But either way, we did the win. Jarring had that 1 goal by Carlson off on a breakaway because of a turnover after going open and draw. It was 23 seconds into the hockey game, and the Donuts finished the game by scoring 16 unanswered. With 7 against Leonard and 9 against Leonard, or 7 against Fleury, 9 against Leonard. Third star, Granlund, 3 goals, 1 assist, no hits. We outshot them, by the way, 43-16. Second star, Mito Rafford, 3 goals, 1 assist, no hits. Same line as, I believe, Granlund. And the first star, I think, will probably be Kovacic, because I think he had, like, 3 goals and, like, 4 assists or something. 3 goals, 3 assists, 1 hit. That's why he was the first star, because the other 2 guys that had shirt only had 1 assist. And obviously, Freak or Fruck or whatever his name is, and Hall had 2 goals. And then Carlson, she scored the only goal for the Donuts. 1 goal, no assist, 1 point for Carlson. And it's 2 shots and -5 for plus minus, or -5 for plus minus. So it looks like, I mean, like Parisian did all, I think they were both it, but both of them had 3 assists. Vaughton had 2 assists. Barry, it's not Barbie, it's Barry. Did have an assist before that goal. Larson had an assist. Jankowski had an assist. Stroman had a goal. Koto had an assist, I believe. And then the only one that didn't get like a point were for Elite, who played 6 minutes and 39 seconds, had 0 for plus minus. Carlo, who had played 9 minutes and 8 seconds, had no points, but he had a +3 for plus minus. And Henrique, who played 9 minutes and 1 second, had no points, but they have a +1 for plus minus. And all 3 of them had 1 shot, but unfortunately they're the only 3 that tended on the scoreboard. But like I said, Henrique has a +1 for plus minus, and Carlo has a +3 for plus minus. And unfortunately for Elite, they didn't do anything except for 1 shot. So that's how it goes. We scored 7 in the first, 5 in the second. Oh no, I'll tell you in the next clip. So for the goals, we scored 7 in the first, 5 in the second, 4 in the third, and the Donuts scored 1 in the first, none in the second, and none in the third. Shots, 11 sits Dundons in the first, 18-3 Dundons in the second, 14-7 Dundons in the third. Face-off, 7 sits Dundons in the first, and for the face-off, 7 sits Dundons in the first, 7 sits Golden Knights in the second, and 8-5 Golden Knights in the third. That's the only thing they had. Kind of Ted, we had more. We out-hit them. They had a better pass, 94%. We had 78.6%. Face-offs, they won more face-offs, 21-18, and obviously there's no penalties. The only thing they did better is they had better passing and won more face-offs. But we out-hit them. We had more time to attack, and we outshot them, and obviously we outscored them. So like I said in this episode, will be that game, which is 2 weeks before the last game of the regular season against the Blue Jackets at home. That will be the next episode, and the next episode after that, which will be the last game of the the next episode will be the game 2 weeks before the last game of the regular season against the Blue Jackets at home, and the next episode after that will be the last game of the regular season against the Penguins at home. And it's a promotion night because it's the last game of the regular season. Yeah, I said you did to set the promotions before the season, or you did the CPU do it, but I usually do it, and I picked the last day in the regular season because usually in real life, the last day in the regular season for really the NHL team or AHL team like the Texas Stars is fan appreciation night, and they give away stuff like, I don't know, signed jerseys, signed sits, signed jerseys, signed sits, signed equipment. I don't know, they just give away stuff, especially the signed stuff. Like I just said, I'm not sure when this episode of this series will be in real life. Hopefully, it might be after I start school. Because remember, I leave for Montana. I start on Saturday, July 31st. Next episode might be when I get back. Depends if I can get up to the next episode. Or I'm not sure, but next episode. I'm not sure when next episode of the series will be. Could be after I start school. It could be between or after I get back from Montana before I start school. It could be after I start school. I don't know. But next video on this channel will be next. Well, there's two options. It'll be next episode. Well, I'm just throwing the possibility. There's two possibilities. The next episode of my Dallas Stars NHL 29 franchise series, or the next episode of there's two options. The next video on this channel will be the next episode of my Dallas Stars NHL 21 franchise series, or the next episode of my Boston Red Sox franchise series. So yeah, like I said, next video on this channel, there's two options. Like I said, it'll be here are the options. It'll be the next episode of my Dallas Stars NHL 21 franchise series, or the next episode of my Boston Red Sox franchise series. I'm thinking it'll probably be the next episode of my Dallas Stars NHL 21 franchise series, but just in case it isn't, it'll be the next episode of my Boston Red Sox franchise series. But because I've done the last episode of my Red Sox franchise series. I've done the last episode of my Boston Red Sox franchise series was early June, and the last episode of my Dallas Stars NHL 21 franchise series was like yeah, the last episode of my Boston Red Sox franchise series was early June, and the last episode of my Dallas Stars NHL 21 franchise series was late April. So I'm thinking the next episode will be I'm thinking the next video on this channel will be the next episode of my Dallas Stars NHL 21 franchise series. But just in case it's not, it will be the next episode of my Boston Red Sox franchise series. And there's a possibility that out of the percentages, it's probably like a 90% chance it'll be the next episode of my Dallas Stars NHL 21 franchise series, and a 10% chance that it'll be the next episode of my Boston Red Sox franchise series. Which one will be the next video on this channel? And there's a possibility to be both. Not in one episode, but it will be like my next episode of my Dallas Stars NHL 21 franchise series, and then the next video after that will be the next episode of my Boston Red Sox franchise series. I'm not saying that's what it's going to be, but it could be. I'm just saying it could be. It could be. But like I said, 90% chance the next video on this channel will be the next episode of my Dallas Stars NHL 21 franchise series, and a 10% chance that next video on this channel will be the next episode of my and then a 10% chance that the next video on this channel will be the next episode of my Boston Red Sox franchise series. Sorry about all the blabbing, but I'm not sure when that video's gonna drop. I'm thinking maybe Wednesday, where the next video on this channel I'm thinking Wednesday will be next is when the next episode, or I'm thinking Wednesday will be I'm thinking Wednesday will be the next when I post next. I think Wednesday will be the next time I post a video on this channel. Or I think Wednesday is gonna be when I post the next video on this channel. I think Wednesday. I'm not saying it's gonna be Wednesday, but I'm thinking it probably will be. It might be tomorrow. I don't know, but I'm not saying latest Wednesday, but I'm thinking of my schedule because I have to start packing for my trip and stuff. I'm thinking Wednesday. Possibly to be tomorrow, but I'm thinking Wednesday. Alright, so those on the board. If you hit subscribe the like button, subscribe if you have any answer. Mom, dad, grandpa, aunt, or okay, someone close no board. If you hit subscribe the like button, subscribe if you have any answer. Mom, dad, grandpa, aunts, uncles, pets, and friends about these videos. And I'm gonna see you in episode number 5 of this Austin Donuts NHL 21 Suspension Our Franchise series. See you in episode number 5, and eat a lot of bacon, and go Gun Dogs.